experiment called as Brewster's law using the BSc 4th semesters. Okay, so this Brewster's law can be done using this spectrometers. This is called as spectrometers. In the spectrometers, what we have called as collimators, prism table, circular scale, and the telescope. And first of all, before doing this experiment, we will do the initial adjustment of the spectrometer should be done first. The initial adjustment should be adjusted by Swister's method. And using the Swister's method, this adjustment should be done. What we have is a collimators, a source from the collimators, rays of light from the collimator. This should be adjusted accordingly. And we have a slit here. That width of the slit should be adjusted with the help of this screw. The width should be very thin, like a narrow beam. This should be adjusted properly so that it should be a narrow beam of light. And then we have rays of light from the collimators that will be collected in the telescope. This is called as a telescope. And to have a Brewster's law here, take a prism here. The prism should be kept in the prism table such a way that the base of the prism should be towards the observer and edge is towards the collimators. And there are two methods to mount the prism on the prism table. To get a reflected light from this the edge should be coincide with the center of the prism table, like this, exactly like this. Then rotate the prism table slowly so that the base is towards the observer and edge is towards the collimators. And we have incident light from the collimators, parallel beam of light from the collimators. The function of the collimator is it sends parallel beam of light from the source. The incident parallel beam of light source will be reflected from the prism. Will have two reflected light on either side. Collect the reflected light with the help of telescope. You will get just a reflected light. Just a reflected light on either side. We will collect one of the reflected light. We will have reflected light. Once you get reflected light here, that reflected light, keep a filter here that is called as polarizer, analyzer. This is plane polarized light. The incident light is plane polarized light. You have to identify whether it is plane polarized light or not. That can be adjusted with the help of a analyzer. Set this analyzer here. Keep this analyzer here. Fix this one slowly like this. And rotate the polarizer here. You can rotate this polarizer so that the intensity should be minimum that can be seen here in the telescope. So rotating this polarizer, check here to get a minimum intensity in the eyepiece. Once you get a minimum intensity, rotate this prism table either clockwise or anti-clockwise with the help of a fine adjustment screw. This is a fine adjustment screw to get further minimum intensities. Once you get a further minimum intensity here, definitely that ray reflected light will be a plane polarized light. Once you get a plane polarized light, you should measure the angle of incident, that is called as the polarizing angle. How the polarizing angle can be measured, here I will show you. Suppose this is a prism, A, B, C is a prism. Incident light is from the collimator. This is the path of the incident light, like this. This is the incident light here, and we have incident light. This is the reflected light. Reflected light. So telescope should be adjusted here. This is a collimator. Telescope should be adjusted here. Telescope. And this is the normal drawn at the point of incidence. This angle will be a polarizing angle. So if it is polarized light, the corresponding angle is called as angle of polarization. This is the angle of polarization. This is the angle of reflection. From the laws of reflection, if I is equal to R, hence if it is IP, this must be IPs. And what we have angle from here to here is called as a thetas. So here sum of the angle, this is IP, this is also IP, it means IP plus this theta must be 180 degrees. It means this is 2IP plus theta must be 180, or 2IP is equal to 180 minus theta, or IP is equal to 180 minus theta divided by 2. Hence IP can be calculated. Once you know IP values, refractive index can be calculated. Mu is equal to tan IP. Knowing IP values, refractive index of a prism can be calculated. This is the Brewster's law that can be taken observations here like that. So here this is incident light, this is the reflected light. We have drawn a normal here. This is IP, this is IP. The theta is from this reflected light and the incident, angle of incident. This is called as theta. So we are measuring IP values, knowing theta values. That theta values we have measured here experimentally. Knowing theta values, IP can be calculated. Hence IP is calculated. So what you have to do experimentally is, for a reflected light, take one reading from the reflected light. Before taking this reflected light, you have to note down the least count of the instrument. The least count of the instrument can be measured. We have two verniers here, V1 and V2. You can take both the verniers, or you can use one vernier also. So before taking observations, take the least count here. So least count can be calculated. Least count is the smallest division on the main scale divided by total number of divisions on the vernier. The least count can be calculated. Once you know the least count values, note down the main scale values, vernier scale values, and total reading that can be measured for a plane polarized light. That value has been taken here approximately. That is 315, like that. We have two values, V1, V2, that is called as X1, X2. We have taken two values, and after getting these two values, remove this prism from the prism table. After taking V1 and V2, remove this prism from the prism table, take the direct reading. Direct reading here again V1, V2, that has been called as, here I have taken X1 and X2 dash, these two readings. The difference between X1 and X1 dash gives theta 1, and X2 and X2 dash gives theta 2, and mean of these two is taken here. That gives the theta values, not IP values. Once you know the theta values, IP values can be calculated. 180 minus theta divided by 2. So IP is known. Once you know IP values, mu can be calculated. Mu is equal to tan IP. Hence the refractive index of the given prism can be calculated by Brewster's law. Thank you.